Hello there everybody, so I'm Umineko, and welcome to this answering of this I don't know why I was about to do my intro here. Anyway, I basically avoided looking at all the comments for the previous video of Fate Stay Night, so we can go ahead and see the results. Sorry if I sound a little out, I'm kind of not feeling very well at the moment. Anyway. Which path to take first? Fight, revoke, or I decide? And showing the results, the winner is, wow, by a large margin, revoke. Okay. Part of me is starting to think that, okay, my idea is that basically choosing revoke, I'm going to assume that it's going to be a short result. I'm guessing. So, I'm guessing that's one of the reasons why this was chosen first, because I don't know. I just assume that revoke will probably be like one of those short decision sort of things, and then I can immediately just go back and do fight. Wow, fight got surprisingly no answers. Okay. Alright then. Well, on to the video. Hello there everybody, it's Umineko, and welcome back to Umineko. Okay, before we get jumped right into here, like I said last time, I got myself a nice little cup of tea over here, and we had no cakes, but I got myself some chocolate chip cookies and kind of put them in the microwave, warm them up a little bit. Okay, the type of tea I'm drinking right now is something called Earl Grey. I think I've had it before, but it smells nice. Anyway, in the last episode we learned, it was, well, actually, two-part episode. That thing was like, I think combined, that was about 3, almost 4 hours length. We learned a huge amount. We learned a lot about Beatrice. We even learned a little bit more about Rosa, her past concerning Beatrice, which, now that I think about it, I think when you guys mentioned it in the comments, how she was so, I guess, I don't want to say triggered, I guess, but something kind of clicked always in her head, or her attitude would change drastically anytime Maria would ever mention Beatrice. Now, I guess that certainly explains why. Sorry, I'm also kind of a little sniffly at the moment, but anyway, I'm kind of waiting to get back into this, I'll admit. Kind of dreading at the same time, because I'm never looking forward to murder and all that stuff. Even though I've killed thousands in Disgaea, that's completely different. I'm just going to shut up now. Let's jump right back in. Alright, we were in Kinzo's study, if memory serves. Yep. Hell if I know.
委ねるもよし、抗うもよし。いずれにせよ、わしに残されたわずかの命をトスに値する実に楽しい宴よ。
In his dimly lit study, which was occasionally brightened by lightning, Kinzo kept mumbling to himself, laughed by himself. On the antique clock with the intricate design that had been sitting on his desk, the two overlapping hands tilted to the right and began to slide. The measure of time that counted to 24 had returned to 0 and had begun to count back again.
時の刻みとは残酷なものよ。24を数えるために1日をかけてたどり着き、そして再び0に戻る。23時59分までは確かに数えただろう。しかし、24時にたどり着くことはできたのだろうか。たどり着けず、再び0時に戻ったと考えれば、それはなんとも虚しいことよ。
Talking about the futility of freaking military time? No. Is that the same as a person's life? You live, aiming for a perfect 24. and in the instant you reach it, you return to 0. People will probably praise the departed, saying that he did reach 24, but that surely is not 24. After all, that is 0.
わしは違うぞ。わしは生きて24にたどり着く。そここそが黄金鏡。ベアトリーチェの住処なのだから。
Kinzo had been fumbling around with some tarot cards for some time. It looked as though he was trying to divine his own luck in the contest, and doing it every time he didn't like the result. The most forbidden action in tarot reading was to try predicting the same thing twice. That was a desecration to the result of the fortune telling, and also desecrated the existence higher than humans, which became an oracle through the tarot cards. However, Kinzo knew. The reason the tarot cards shouldn't be used twice was that, since it was nothing more than a random number generator, it was natural that if you read them twice, a different result could appear. Therefore, reading twice was only forbidden to preserve the mystique of the tarot cards' results. However, that didn't mean that Kinzo didn't take tarot card reading seriously. Kinzo's interpretation of tarot reading was done in a completely different way. That was to repeat the reading over and over without giving up in the slightest until he reached the result most favorable to him. What the best result was dependent on the definition. But if he demanded the best result in a strict sense, it was the same as a simple roulette of luck where he seeked an arithmetic miracle. However, to Kinzo, who made miracles of numbers the basis of his magical power, this could become very much like a magic ritual. In other words, until the result he desired appeared perfectly, he would strive to repeat the tarot readings over and over, with conviction, turning the feelings of his heart into a prayer, so that when it reached heaven, the result would be sublimated. This was Kinzo's personal magical interpretation. Therefore, even though the tarot cards Kinzo used were exactly the same as generally used tarot cards, the way they were used was completely different. Kinzo stopped his hands for a second. It seemed the result he expected wasn't showing up. On the contrary, many bad cards that shouldn't appear appeared repeatedly, and continued to interfere with the miracle Kinzo wished for. It seemed that Kinzo had received some oracle that was different from normal. But judging by the unlucky cards scattered over the desk, it was difficult to imagine that the oracle had been a good sign. For a while, Kinzo closed his eyes tightly, pondering something. Then, as the thunder roared, he made up his mind about something, took the telephone receiver, and dialed. Hey, Shannon. In front of the entrance hall, Shannon's previously burning face had been cooled off by the frigid air. She had thought that George's proposal would surely come sometime. It wasn't that her heart was not prepared, and she had nodded as if in answer. Had she been reckless because of her youth? Should she have thought about her future more seriously? I wonder if he doesn't think of me as a cheap girl because of my immediate reply. Would I have been able to look like I was thinking more seriously if I at least held off until tomorrow morning? Now that she had already received the ring from George, Shannon kept fidgeting in embarrassment. I should have done this, I should have done that. As she did, she heard the sound of footsteps splashing through the puddles. Shannon immediately chased away the emotions welling up inside her.
Genji-sama? Kanon-kun mo.
She grew stiff, thinking that she would surely be scolded for spending too much time in her secret lover's meeting with George.
自分で儀式を起こしたので都合のいい話さ。
大田に気取られぬよう裏から見る。足音に気をつけ。
はい。姉さん注意して。姉さんは賑やかだから。
Kanon was especially good at hiding his footsteps, like he was a cat. He was able to suddenly be there without anyone noticing and leave in the same way. For example, even though he stepped into puddles, the sound he made was far smaller than that of the rain hitting the puddles. Genji also had that ability. Well, originally, those servants called furniture were supposed to be like that. Just like how desks and closets were unnoticed by members of the family. The servants also treated being able to appear unconcernedly when they needed to as a great virtue. I completely misread it. In that sense, Shannon's footsteps still strongly asserted themselves. She was also trying to hide her footsteps, but compared to Kanon and Genji, well, you could say she was a little more lively. Eventually they reached the back door, and the three of them entered the mansion. Immediately, they thought they felt something. It was different from a sense of smell. It was as though they felt it from the depths of their noses. And this was hard to describe sensation, which you might call a sixth sense, allowed them to perceive that something was different than usual.
源氏様。
急ぐぞ。
That perception made it feel as though some kind of tension was pressing on them. Realizing that, the three of them dashed up the stairs, aiming for Kinzo's study, still hiding their footsteps. When they dashed up the stairs, that smell of sweet poison particular to Kinzo's study reached their noses.
いかがなさいましたか、源氏様。
結界が死んでいる。
The barrier. After hearing Kanon, she looked at the door to the study. A scorpion pattern was engraved on the doorknob. A powerful magic repellent. The final barrier which protected Kinzo himself. It had been broken. Of course, there was no change to the doorknob that the eye could see. However, they who could understand things that people couldn't perceive were able to recognize that there was a dramatic change.
親方様。親方様。源氏でございます。ここをお開けください。
Genji called in this way after knocking several times, but there was no answer from the study.
シャノン、背中を守れ。カノン、室内を探れ。
はい。
Kanon put his ear against the door, searching for a presence inside the study. To protect the backs of the other two, who were watching the door, Shannon faced the other way, with her back to them, prepared for the unexpected.
親方様はいらっしゃられるはずです。ですが、静かすぎます。
ご無事だということか。
いえ、静かがすぎます。
まさか、そんな。
親方様、扉を失礼させていただきます。
I don't think I've ever seen Genji with that expression, now that I think about it. Genji pulled a gold key out of his pocket. It was the only key to the study that existed, other than the one Kinzo held. He stuck it in the keyhole and turned it heavily. At first glance, it looked like that meant that it was a strong lock. However, now that the barrier had been destroyed, this door was as good as open for anyone with magical power. The heavy sound meant that the door could be opened even by humans.
失礼いたします。
As Genji respectfully bowed his head, and Kanon's sense of tension grew tighter, and Shannon acted nervous, they entered the study. They immediately discovered Kinzo's figure. He was sitting in the reception sofa so that his back faced them. Genji noticed the person sitting across from him, and again bowed deeply. Kanon also noticed that person, and he didn't bow his head. He went in front of Shannon and spread both arms, blocking the way to her. So without even seeing that person's face, Shannon already had a good idea who it was.
お越しでございましたか。ベアトリーチェ様。
Oh!
源氏か。
Howdy.
なかなかに早いな。やはり家具は主の呼びかけに素早く応える方が良い。こやつとは大違いだ。
ロノエ様もお越しでした。
You know Ronove? Genji directed his greeting towards the thin darkness behind and to the right of Beatrice, where there shouldn't have been anything. Even Kanon and Shannon couldn't imagine that someone would be there. However, the darkness answered immediately and praised Genji's eyesight. Ronove?
だいぶの久しぶりになりますね。それにしても老けましたね。それだけの弱いを重ねましたか。
充実した日々を過ごしております。
The two top furniture talking to each other. Jesus.
ロノエ様におかれましても、ますます充実されておりますようお見受けいたします。
ええ、おかげさまです。そしてシャノンも久しぶりですね。君は随分と美しくなった。そして随分と強くなったようですね。良いことです。
ありがとうございます。
Wait, so you know Ronove...
姉さん、あいつは一体。
Wait, Kanon, you don't know?
カノン君とは会うのは初めてになりますね。
Wait, so Shannon was aware of who Ronove is... what?
私はベアトリーチェ様の家具頭を任されておりますロノウエと申します。源氏さんの古い馴染みですよ。あなたと同じに私も家具です。使える主は異なりますが。
The color of tension didn't disappear from Kanon's expression in the slightest. If furniture served a different master, they could be kind or brutal or a fraud. If he called himself furniture serving the hated Beatrice, then surely he was a despicable being as well.
わらわもすっかり嫌われたものだ。
Clearly, apparently.
坊主憎ければ今朝までなんとかとはよく言ったものよ。
Beatrice openly sneered at Kanon's hate-filled face. Then, Kanon finally knew. Beatrice and Kinzo were enjoying a chess game across the reception table, but Kinzo hadn't even quivered. He was holding his head with both hands, his eyes closed tight as he contemplated his next move. No. Was he in anguish?
親方様。
わらわが金蔵に伝えたのは2つ。良い知らせと悪い知らせだった。
Okay.
良い知らせは、儀式を終えずしてわらわと再会できる幸運を得たこと。悪い知らせは、金蔵が儀式の一番最初の生贄に選ばれてしまったことだ。
Really?
こればかりはわらわにもどうしようもない。実に気まぐれにルーレットにて決めたのだから。
嘘をつけ。もてあそんで殺しているくせに。
よして、カノン君。
さて金蔵、そろそろ負けを認める気になったのか？これにてわらわとの長きにわたる勝負は決着だな。
He's not gonna take that sitting, I'm assuming. At a glance, you couldn't tell the current situation on that chaotic chessboard. However, judging from Kinzo's anguish and Beatrice's malicious relaxedness, it looked as though it was already decided.
是非もなし。これもまた一興か。
わらわもだ。そなたとの勝負に決着がつくことは 万感の思いあれど、もはや恩衆を超える。楽しかったぞ。退屈しない数十年であった。
Beatrice advanced her queen and made her final move. It was then decided.
チェックメイト。これがわらわからそなたへの手向けだ。心置きなく眠れ。
What kind of laugh was that? Kinzo suddenly stood up and laughed like an opera singer facing a full crowd and spreading his arms, as though he had succeeded in a century-long plan. Ah! What the? That laugh spat crimson. Crimson flames poured out from inside him, spitting even out of his mouth, ears and nose, and all at once his body was wrapped in hellfire. He spontaneously combusted. But Kinzo kept laughing. The more he laughed, the more the hellfire spewed from his entire body and began to char him. Those flames became a brilliant light, which dazzlingly shone on the various magical tools throughout the room and made their distorted shadows dance across the walls. Those shadows looked like the dead in hell, in ecstasy over Kinzo as he burned. And after making a contract with a witch, it was an extremely fitting end, in accordance with that contract. After laughing and howling in the roaring flames for some time, Kinzo flopped to the ground as though he was a puppet whose strings had been cut. Those incredible blazing flames disappeared as though he had been completely burnt up. And afterwards, all that was left was a festering and burnt corpse that would make you want to avert your eyes. Not even a half hour in and already got somebody burnt to death. Well, already one dead.
むごい。
お前が言うか。ふさわしい死に方だと思っているくせに。
なぜお前が姿を現している？僕たちに何か用だとでも言うのか？
よしてカノン君。ベアトリーチェ様を挑発してはダメ。
すっかり怯えさせてしまいましたね。
わらわはつくづくカノンとは仲良くなれぬようだ。
Ain't that the truth?
そう嫌いでもないというのにな。
Pretty sure he hates you with every fiber of his being. Beatrice grinned. Kanon violently averted his gaze, obviously unhappy. His reaction was so different from what he had anticipated that it made the witch and her butler laugh.
カノン、ベアトリーチェ様の御前であるぞ。言葉遣いに気をつけなさい。
ああ、構わぬぞ源氏。好きに言わせてやれ。わらわは寛大である。
何が寛大だ。
わらわは死にゆく者にはいつだって寛大である。
But he was selected for the first sacrifice too? Kanon was taken aback by that creepy laughter. Beatrice's reason for being here was not just to take Kinzo's life. The first twilight required 6 sacrifices. Kinzo alone wasn't nearly enough. And they had just nonchalantly came to this place.
安心せよカノン。そなたらがここに訪れたから生贄に選ばれるのではない。
What?
生贄に選ばれているからこそここに呼ばれているんじゃないか。
Oh.
なんだと。
He instinctively figured it out immediately. 6 sacrifices were required for the first twilight. After Kinzo, how many more would you need to add up to 6? In this mansion, the number 5 instantly made them think of the number of servants here. You're not gonna talk? Okay.
感謝せよ家具どもよ。そなたたちの苦難の日々は 今宵ようやく終わりを迎えた。それを告げに訪れたわらわに感謝せよ。
かしこまりました。それをお望みでしたら。
源氏様。
Genji had agreed to the witch's heartless announcements in his usual manner, without raising an eyebrow.
親方様亡き後は、ベアトリーチェ様が我らの主。その求めに応じるのが、我らの最後の務め。
You're calmly accepting your own death, dude.
シャナ、カノン、今日までよく仕えた。その労苦もこれにて終わりだ。
源氏はさすがですね。同じ家具としてあなたを誇りに思いますよ。
シャノン、異論はないか。
I imagine she does.
はい。
Or not.
ジョージ様から指輪を贈られたそうだが、それでもなお未練はないか。
はい。家具の身に過ぎた幸福でした。指輪を頂戴しただけで、私の思いはすでに達せられております。
Compared to Genji, Shannon had not yet reached as high of a philosophical viewpoint. There probably really were regrets left in her heart. She probably wanted to spend a little more warm time with the person of her thoughts, George. But she released herself from that. After she took a single deep breath, a blank expression rose to her face.
それでよい。
シャノンがそこまでの落ち着きを得るとは少し驚きでした。あなたも家具として達観したようですね。
惚れた男と夜も共にできず、少しは悔し涙をこぼさんのか。退屈な女よ。
ベアトリーチェ様ごときに、この気持ちはわかりません。私たちの命をご所望でしたら、どうぞお受け取りください。私たちは慎んでそのお務めを全うします。
それでいい。よくぞ言ったな。
ベアトリーチェ様の苦手なタイプのようで。
Ain't that the truth?
最近こやつめはだいぶ達観しよった。どうも前回いじめすぎたようだ。それを言ったらバトラもか。わらわはまだぬるいのか、それとも追い詰め方が下手なのか。いずれにせよ面白みのないやつよ。しかしお前はまだわらわを楽しませてくれそうだよな、カノン。
Yeah?
カノン君。
Compared to the two who had taken a philosophical view of things, there was a painful anguish on Kanon's face. Kanon was still far too young to accept his demise after being told of it by a suddenly appearing witch.
カノン、わらわは退屈を何より嫌う。そしてお前を除く二人が素直に死を受け入れるもので面白くない。だからそなたにはわらわの期待を裏切らないでもらいたいものだ。
僕を慰み者にしようというのか。
She's kind of already made Battler her plaything at this rate. I wouldn't be surprised if she was going to make you the next one. Kanon realized that he was being provoked. However, no matter how much anger spurred him on, his opponent was a witch. He was furniture. He hadn't had a chance of victory from the beginning. But the witch was expecting that he would struggle in vain and writhe around, and was looking forward to it. Just thinking about that was frustrating enough to get his blood boiling. Was disappointing the witch by refusing to resist like the other two the only way he could strike back at her?
煉獄の七姉妹が長女、ルシファー。いでよ。
Hello again.
ルシファー、ここに。
Hey, Lucifer, how you doing?
カノン、家具に魔女と戦えというのも酷な話よ。そなたがいくら怒りに駆られようとも、勝算のない戦いでは希望も持てまい。無論、勝ち目のない戦いでは、わらわも退屈というもの。
You gonna force him to fight Lucifer?
ならば、家具は家具。家具同士で決着をつけてはどうか。それならば、勝てる希望も持てるであろう。
You're just toying with him, and I don't want to get my hopes up because I feel like I'm just going to have, no hope of this actually going to end well.
恐れながらベアトリーチェ様、私がそのような出来損ないの家具に劣るようなことがありましょうか？こんな可愛い子に私が万一にも負けるようなことなど。
You gonna summon your blade arm?
我が家具、煉獄の七杭を打ち破ってみせよ。
Or, arm blade, the red thing.
そうだな。
What were you going to say?
13人の生贄を逃れることのできる5人を、そなたに自由に決めさせてやろう。
What?
そなたの推薦する5人を、わらわは無条件にて黄金鏡に迎え入れる。それならばどうか？
Really? Kanon understood that he was being provoked. However, the witch's condition was very tempting. By this point, Kanon couldn't care less about this evil ceremony the witch and the rest were trying to carry out. On the contrary, it was much more important that he remain alive so that he could be invited to the Golden Land, and have his wish granted by Beatrice there.
そなたは家具は嫌だと泣いたな。そなたの望み、枕を濡らしてまで望んだ人間の体を与えてやろうぞ。どうだ？そうすればジェシカとも結ばれるぞ。おお、ちょうどよい。黄金鏡へ招ける5人にジェシカとそなたを推薦すればよい。自分だけが幸せになることに抵抗があるならば、さらにシャノンとその思い人であるジョージを加えればよい。義理があるならばさらに源氏も加えればよい。おお、これで5人だ。十分ではないか、カノン。これだけのご褒美があれば。
I'm half expecting her to try to attack her.
そなたはわらわを退屈させはしないよな。
どうせ戯れよ。耳を貸す必要はない。
僕は嫌だ。姉さんはそれでいいの？
Beatrice couldn't hide her evil smile at those words.
僕は嫌だ。幸せになりたい。家具なんてもう嫌だ。人間になって普通の恋がしたい。僕も姉さんのように海が青いってことを知りたいんだ。
若いですね。羨ましい。
だから若者は好きなのだ。源氏、シャノンは下がれ。カノン、ルシファーは前へ。
仰せのままに。
Gonna have ourselves another epic battle?
気に入らないわ。ベアトリーチェ様は無理でも私にだったら勝てるかもしれないという見下しが最高に気に入らないわ。
That was probably humiliating to Lucifer. But at the same time, she was also happy that she was so lucky and had this lovely prey all to herself.
来い。魔女の家具。いつまでも僕を見くびることができると思うな。
Oh! What the? So they're going to duke it out. Damn. Oh! Oh, okay.
楽しい見せ物の時間であるぞ。
I'm sorry. Okay. Let's just fix this. Let's just fix this. Give us our text window. Thank you very much.
くそ。またおかしなことになりやがった。魔法バトルなんて認めてたまるかよ。
You're being extremely stubborn, Battler.
ほらほら、目をつむらずにちゃんと見ろよ。ほらほら、ほらほら。
It's like you're saying "ora ora," and I'm just getting a lot of JoJo vibes.
魔法だよ、家具だよ。そなたがどんなにわらわや魔法の存在を否定しようとも、ほらほら、ほらほらほらほら。
That's literally what it sounds like.
こうして目の前でブワンブワンカキンカキンやられちゃ台無しだよな。ほらほらほらほら、もう思考なんて止めちまえよ。魔法はあるんだって。これはファンタジーなんだって。目を閉じるなよ、しっかり見ろよ。ほらほらほらほらほら。
畜生畜生畜生畜生。魔女を認めない、魔法を認めない。でもこんなにあからさまにやられちまったらなんだっていやいいんだ。クソクソクソクソ。
ほーら、目を背けるなよ、しっかり見ろよ。魔法はあるんだよ、ファンタジーなんだよ。推理ごっことかやめちまえよ。知ってんだよ、ものを考えんの本当は苦手なんだろ。やめちまえやめちまえ。ほらほら、どうせファンタジー、どうせファンタジー。
うるせえうるせえうるせえ。俺に話しかけるんじゃね
こいつ意地になっちゃって。私になら勝てるなんて思い上がりをしたことを今すぐ床に這いつくばって謝ってごらんなさい。そうしたら特別に許してあげてもいいわよ。
Bullshit.
生きながら生皮を剥がして絶命するまで全身を鞭打ってのたうち回らすのを特別に許してあげてもいいわよ。可愛い子なんだから謝っちゃいなさいよ。そうしたらあなただけは最高に素敵な気分の中で優しく優しく行かせてあげる。
黙れ魔女の家具。お前と問答するつもりはない。
You kind of are talking with her, though. Me being a smartass.
私なんか眼中にないというのね。
And that's just pissing her off.
気に入らないわ。イフを感じないその目。本当に気に入らないわ。
カノン君、
はや サタンの時よりも筋がいいではないか。
だから人間は恐ろしいのです。たまに魔女にまでなり、悪魔を羊扱いにしたりいたしますよ。
Sometimes they even become witches and treat demons as brothers.
わらわはどちらを応援すればよいというのか。
こいつ、私と互角に渡り合うというの？
僕を見くびるな。お前にそのおごりがある限り、僕には決して勝てない。
Well, she is Lucifer of Pride, so.
この煉獄の七姉妹が長女ルシファーを指して、決して勝てないと？この思い上がりが！
What? Kanon was desperately trying to stay alive, and he had a strong desire to become human, but Lucifer didn't feel anything stronger than a slight desire to play. So that reached its inevitable result. That result could be expressed by the power of humans. The power of the heart.
これまでだ。お前は僕に決して勝てない。
The glowing red locust extended straight out from Kanon's arm, pointing at Lucifer's throat, just beneath the tip of her chin.
何よこれ。この私がこんなの。何かの間違いよ。
As she ground her teeth in irritation, she tried to deny the truth right before her eyes. But no matter how much she believed in her own superiority, it didn't change the facts right before her eyes.
ほう、やるなあカノン。見事だ。わらわを退屈させなかった。それに比べ、わらわの家具のなんと情けないことか。
ルシファー、お嬢様を退屈させていますよ。やはりあなたには荷が勝ちすぎた相手でしたか？
失望するぞ、七食いの長女。
That would have seemed like nothing more than a simple rebuke to an outsider. However, furniture serving the witch knew what kind of a severe treatment was promised by that rebuke, and understood what had been left unsaid.
この出来損ない家具が！
She howled. Abandoning her last bit of pride, she made her body explode, exposing her true form. That form was a demon stake, which bounced off the wall surrounding the room.
よくも私にここまで恥をかかせたな！殺す！殺す！殺す！殺せ！このぬるまが！私の姿をもはや追うこともできないくせに！もう遊ばないよ！本気で怒ったわよ！お前の心臓を一撃で貫いてやるよ！ぶっすりざっくり貫いて真っ赤な血の噴水を天井にまで届かせてやるよ！死ねー！カノン君。
After Lucifer was completely deranged, with a speed approaching the limits that a human eye could follow, she flew at Kanon's heart. Lucifer confirmed that the sweet taste she could feel was definitely Kanon's blood, but she quickly noticed she hadn't pierced Kanon's heart.
これだから人間は恐ろしい。紅茶はいかがですかな？
今はよい。紅茶もいらぬほどに面白い。
カノン君。
おごったな。だからお前は僕に勝てないんだ。
The floor was stained with dripping blood. It really was Kanon's blood, but it wasn't flowing out of his chest. Kanon had sacrificed his own left hand to protect his heart. Lucifer was arrogant. Even though she had been given enough time to realize that this was an opponent capable of cornering her, even so, in her pride she had believed that he was a worthless opponent. She had gotten careless. So just as she had announced, she had aimed for his chest, trying to pierce his heart. Because she was arrogant, she hadn't even thought of aiming for somewhere other than the place she had announced. No, maybe she had thought about it a little. However, her pride would not allow her to aim for a different spot, because she was Lucifer of Pride. Kanon, withstanding the pain, grasped the demon stake sticking deep into his left arm strongly with his right hand, and pulled it out. When she heard the sound of breaking bones and even more blood dripping down, Shannon looked away without thinking. There was an air hole in the back of the pierced hand so big that you could clearly see through the other side. Good lord. Kanon's face was filled with pain, but right now, he had won without a doubt. The demon stake he was gripping with his right hand turned back into Lucifer again, so that Kanon was now gripping exactly where her neck was. Kanon didn't hold back at all with the hand gripping Lucifer's throat. She had challenged him again after their fight had already been decided. Kanon had no obligation to be considerate. But even so, Kanon released the witch's furniture. Was it his naive humanism, his pity for another furniture, or a final bit of respect to the witch? In any case, when she was released, Lucifer fell face down on the ground, acting like she was vomiting and moaning over the pain in her throat.
お見事ですよ、カノン。あなたの奮闘により、金蔵の研究の正しさが一つ実証されました。
So I noticed something here. He got killed extremely easily in the first chapter. In the second chapter, he was able to put up a fight but lost against the demon stake. In this one, he was able to actually beat her. Kanon's just getting stronger. Ronove was clapping his hands. To Kanon, who had a wound on his left hand that couldn't be closed after achieving a painful victory, Ronove's true intention seemed pretty obvious.
人の心はあらゆる可能性を秘める。いやはやこれだから人間は恐ろしい。あっぱれであるぞカノン。そなたは勝利した。見事だ。
大丈夫？カノン君。
Shannon ran up to him and wrapped a handkerchief around his left hand, which was still spraying blood.
見事であるぞカノン。実に見事である。わらわも少しは番狂わせを期待した。それを裏切らぬとは、そなたは誠に素晴らしき家具であるぞ。見直した。正直見直したぞ。
約束を忘れてはいないだろうな、ベアトリーチェ。
She didn't say it was a promise, but...
もちろん忘れてはおらぬ。魔女も悪魔も非道ではある。だがしかし契約に限っては人間など及ばぬほどに高潔だ。
I didn't specifically hear her say she promised, so...
わらわは保護にはせぬ。そなたが勝利したなら13人の生贄を逃れることができる5人を自由に決める権利を保証した。
And we will probably have no idea who's going to survive.
ベアトリーチェ様、私はまだ敗れたわけでは。
When Beatrice waved her pipe, heaven and earth turned over just for Lucifer. So as a horribly natural result, she fell onto the ceiling. The ceiling doesn't seem that high to people standing on the floor. However, people who fall on it upside down and head first don't feel the same way.
さすがにやりすぎだ。
それもそうであるな。許してやるか。
Beatrice waved her pipe again. When she did, the magic that had been affecting Lucifer was released. So as a horribly natural result, this time she probably fell back onto the floor.
ベアトリーチェ様、お許しを。
何を怯えておるか。わらはもはや許したぞ。 さてカノン、続けようではないか。
何をだ。まさか彼女にとどめを刺せとでも言うつもりなのか。
ああ、違う違う。まだ終わっちゃいないだろうが。
何をだ。はぐらかすな。
わらわは確かにそなたと約束したぞ。わらわの家具、煉獄の七杭を打ち破ったならとな。
Oh god. Oh, why didn't I read that properly? She did say 7 stakes, not... Oh.
さあさあおいでなさい、煉獄の七杭。不甲斐なき長女の6人の妹たち。
With shrill laughing voices, the air split, and as a golden splash scattered around, the remaining 6 of the 7 stakes of Purgatory showed themselves. All the 7 Sisters of Purgatory, only one of which Kanon had been able to defeat by sacrificing his left arm, were gathered. By now, Kanon regretted his thoughtlessness in accepting the witch's challenge. He had been foolish to assume that a game with the witch would be on an even footing.
お姉様、どうして床に這いつくばってるの？お前たち。
だからお姉様はダメなのよ。長女を偉そうに名乗るくせに上っ面だけなのよ。まったくルシファーお姉様一人の集体が私たちへの評価を下げるのよ。恥を知りなさいな、この未熟者が。
すごいすごい。でもいい気にならないことよ。ルシファーお姉様なんて威張ってるだけで姉妹の中じゃ大したことないんだから。
だからルシファー姉は何もしなくていいといつも言っている。お姉様は威張ってだけいればいい。
Aren't you... Wait, isn't Belphegor supposed to be the demon of sloth?
荒事はすべて優秀な私たちで片付けるのだから。
お姉様、どうする？私たちはお姉様のプライドを尊重して、そのボロボロの体で再び挑むのを期待して手出しをしないつもりなんだけれど。でもカノン君は強いわよね。今のお姉様じゃもうどうあがいても勝ち目はないわよね。
お前たち
やれやれ、いつも賑やかな姉妹たちであるな。今は仲違いをしている場合か。そなたらは7人揃ってこその煉獄の7姉妹であろうが、仲良くしてわらわの仕事を遂行せよ。迅速に。
This is gonna be brutal. Really brutal.
ルシファーお姉様、私たち妹の力が借りたいなら言ってよ。お姉様の口から助けを求める言葉が聞きたいの。
私をこれ以上苦労する気か。
愚かで気弱で見苦しくて情けない。この長女のルシファーをどうか妹の皆様お助けくださいって。ねえ、聞かせてよ。それを聞かせてくれたら助けてあげる。それでいいわよね、みんな。
お前たち、おのれ。
The 7 Sisters of Purgatory unanimously closed in on their worthless sister, abusing her. Even Kanon, who had been fighting for his life until a second ago, couldn't bear to look straight at it.
私がそのようなことを口にできるものか。
早くせよ。どうせお前一人では拉致が開かぬわ。 早く七姉妹にてカノンを撃て。
そら、どうしましたか、ルシファー。お嬢様の命令ですよ。
Obviously, her pride wouldn't let her stoop down that low, I assume. But more than likely, she's gonna have to back down.
ひどい。
After grinding her teeth over and over after hearing her sister's curses, as she trembled all over, Lucifer answered her sister's request.
愚かで弱で見苦しくて情けない情けないこの長女ルシファーをどうか
She was finally unable to endure saying those words, and the girl called Pride broke down crying. However, the 6 younger sisters kept giggling cold-heartedly.
ちょっと泣いてごまかさないで。まだ言い切ってない。
もう十分だろう。さあ姉妹たち、我らの力を見せてやろう。
私は全部聞かなきゃ満足しないわよ。ほらほらお姉様、続けてよ。
もう十分よ。さあ、この屈辱は姉妹全員の屈辱。生かして返しはしないわよ。
さて、哀れな家具をどのように遊んでやろうかしら。素敵な提案はある？ベルゼは仲良く7人でカノン君を分けっこしたらいいと思います。
良い提案だな。それでなら姉妹でみんな仲良し。
なら私頭部ね。手足はあんたらにあげるわ。
やだやだ、ダメ。私が頭なの。
そんな約束意味があるわけないでしょ。早い者勝ちに決まってるわ。
どんな殺され方がいいかカノン君の提案があったら教えてね。7姉妹でとびっきりの殺し方をしてあげる。
ここまで恥をかかせたんだもの。八つ咲きでも足りない。百咲きにしてくれる。行くよお前たち。
The 7 of them burst at once. They had no desire to play or boast. This time they would genuinely follow their master's order. Hit Kanon, swiftly. The 7 sisters jumped around the room faster than the eye could see, deciding how they would kill Kanon. They tortured Kanon with their cruel giggles, sometimes making a close pass at him. They kept scraping his arms, shoulders, and cheeks, carving a red character into his body. At that time, Shannon dashed up behind him, holding on to him so that she blocked the way to his body at least a little. At the same time, a red cylinder wrapped around the 2 of them, like a beam of light sent from heaven. That cylinder repelled the evil ones who tormented Kanon.
何？ずるい。あんたは関係ないでしょ。きっとこれはあれよ。私たちと一緒に遊びたいのよ。
なら私がもらうわ。いっただき。ベアトリーチェ様、シャノンを私たちの獲物にしても？
ああ、構わんぞ。好きにしろ。お前たちの悪事記にはカノン一人では足らなかろうしな。
Wait, which one was gluttony, though?
ありがたき幸せ。さあ、しゃしゃり出てきたことを後悔させてやろう。
どっちがどっちかわからないくらいの肉片にして。
Good lord, that face!
混ぜて混ぜてミンチにしてハンバーグにしてあげる。
Ugh.
バカね。それよりあの結界を破る方が先でしょ。
I'm sorry, hearing that voice come out of that face is horrifying.
食い意地より先に仕事しなさい。はい、お姉さん。
As a horribly natural first reaction, the Seven Sisters began to destroy the barrier Shannon had created. Shannon's barrier certainly was strong. It was enough power to impress even Beatrice. It was strong enough that frail furniture would turn to dust just by touching it. And it was firm, like a tree with deep roots. But no matter how big a tree gets, it will eventually surrender to a saw or a hatchet. For the Seven Sisters, chopping down Shannon's barrier while it was a pain was not impossible. The sound like beetles jumping around grew even more fierce and filled the room. The red barrier started to get cut up and eroded away as though with a hatchet. A saw. No, a chainsaw by now.
愚かな。君の結界ではその子たちを防ぎきれないことは知っていたでしょうに。なぜ？
見過ごせないからです。
As Shannon covered Kanon, who was already at his limits, sprawled on the floor, she spoke back resolutely.
シャシャリでなければ眠るような死を与えてやったのに。
That's a new face!
なぜわざわざ七姉妹の前に身をさらすのか。死は同じではないぞ。苛烈な死は死してなお苛むぞ。
どうぞお好きなように。あなたがしたいことを好きにするように、私もしたいことを好きにしたまでです。
どうにもそなたはこのところ面白みに欠けるな。恋というやつは達するかどうかのあたりが一番面白い。達してしまった後の女はさながら産卵を終えた鮭のごとしか。そなたにはもう飽きた。
ありがとう。魔女から聞ける言葉で最も嬉しい言葉です。
ならせめて最後にわらを思いっきり喜ばせる死に方をしてみせろよ。七姉妹よ、聞こえたな。シャノンの殺し方、お前たちの残虐の限りを見せてみよ。
シャノン、
申し訳ございません。やはり私には源氏様の高みには至れませんでした。
姉さんはバカだ。僕なんか放っておけば姉さんまでひどい目に遭うことは。
いいの。ジョージ様に指輪をもらって女として生きられたあなたをかばって姉として生きられた私のせいは全てこれで未練なく全うした。
イライラするぜ。
Oh, she's getting pissed off again.
その達観が本当にイラつくぜ。だから家具なんだよ。お前からは人間の匂いがしねえんだよ。わらわを見ろよ。わらわこそ人間だろうが。
No, you're a witch.
家具のくせにわらわよりも完成されたかのような、達観したかのようなことを言うんじゃねえ。
醜い。その未練があなたの正体なの。
Oh, good God.
未練じゃねえ。それが生きるってもんだ。指輪もらったから死んでもいいとか。理解できねえ。 さっぱりがっかり愕然呆然全然ダメだぜ。
お嬢様、少し品がないかと。
Yeah!
うるさいわ家具が。さあの楽に死なせてもらえると思うなよ。舌を噛むなら今のうちだ。
哀れね。もしも私の目にあなたのその姿が映ってそれが見えるなら、己が醜さにおののくといい。
Savage.
安心しろよ。てめえはそれよりさらにめちゃくちゃぐちゃぐちゃに生きながら醜く潰してやるからよ。
At that time, Genji softly entered the red barrier. Maybe that barrier didn't block those without ill intent. Then Genji softly held her from behind and covered her eyes with his right hand.
源氏様、
十分だ。先に休みなさい。
はい、ありがとうございます、源氏様。
What? After that, Genji softly pressed his left hand against the area around her collarbone. As he did, from the area where that left hand pressed, a crimson stain gently spread out. What? What? When Genji removed his hand, bright red fresh blood oozed out of there. That only happened for the first instant, and it was shaped like a crimson rose. And when he removed his left hand, covering her face, there was a peaceful expression on Shannon's face as though she was sleeping, and she fell softly, silently, and slept. Her soul had already been sent to a world where the malicious witch and her furniture could not reach her, no matter how evilly they tortured her. Beatrice and the seven sisters were shocked by this scene. Only Ronove had a mysterious expression along with his smile. Then, Genji leaned over Kanon, who was crouching on the floor.
よく頑張った。お前ももう休むといい。
Genji?
はい、ありがとうございます、源氏様。
Just as he had done with Shannon, after gently covering Kanon's eyes with his hand, Genji gently covering the area around Kanon's collarbone with his other hand. And when that was removed with the lightest of a feather, there was a crimson rose shape. But that rose shape quickly turned into the stain of bright red blood pouring out.
何よそれ。
Did he gave them a painless death? But
つまらぬやつ。生命の風船は針にてつき、威勢よく割るから面白いのだろうが。
見事です、源氏。
Genji, what the hell are you?
それでこそ家具です。
ありがとうございます。それではベアトリーチェ様、ロノウェ様、これをもって私の最後のお務めとし、おいとまをさせ。
I did not mean to skip that. I swear, I did not mean to do that.
わらわの楽しみを勝手に奪いおって。この二人をギッタギタのぐっちゃぐちゃにしたかった分、そなたがそれを変わるのであろうな。
Beatrice faced him with an unsatisfied expression, but Ronove spoke quietly to Genji with a soothing smile.
ご苦労でした。あなたは私の最高のしもべです。これまでの労をねぎらうに値する安らかな眠りをあなたへの最後の褒美として取らせましょう。
Wait, what? What?
おい、勝手な真似を。
When Ronove snapped his fingers, Genji looked like a puppet whose strings had been cut and which fell sprawled on the floor. Suddenly, and yet gently, he fell, sprawled on the floor, into a sleep that witches couldn't call him back from. that was as filled with kindness as the sleep he had given Shannon and Kanon. What the?
なんだよ、ロノウェイ。拍子抜けでつまらぬぞ。
What the hell?
お嬢様は偉大なる大魔女ではございませんか。この程度気に留めるほどにもございませんよ。シャノンごときの挑発で頭に血を上らせるなどらしくもない。
Was there something that Beatrice didn't like? Was she still unable to remove the thorn of Shannon's words? Ronove laughed lightly, as though lamenting the complexity of humans and a woman's heart, and ordered the 7 sisters to go. After all, there were still 2 sacrifices left for the first twilight. The 7 sisters disappeared in ecstasy. What the hell? What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm kind of sitting in silence. Okay. I need to stop sitting in silence and I need to think about this. Genji gave Kanon and Shannon a peaceful death, and Ronove said, "You are my greatest servant," and did the same thing to Genji. All 3 of them being given a peaceful death. So, Genji... Wait a minute. He said, "You're my greatest servant." So Genji was Ronove's servant? What the hell did Genji do to give them such peaceful deaths? Was that his power as a furniture or something? But the fact that the same thing was done... Okay. Holy crap. So... I feel like we just learned something very important about Ronove. I mean, honestly, with concerning Beatrice, I kind of I mean, after the last episode, how her interaction with Shannon was, I was not surprised when she suddenly started lashing out at Shannon yet again. But then there's another thing that Beatrice said. Okay, I don't think a human and a witch are the same thing. But she clearly said that I am a human. I don't know if I probably shouldn't read too much into that, but I feel like, I don't know. Just certain things popped up that I feel like I should take note of. But that actually made me happy quite a bit, actually. Just, you know, what Genji did. And then Ronove also. Ronove, I know you might be an enemy, but I gotta respect you for doing that. But then again, your words kinda sticked in. That Genji was your servant? Huh. This is actually a very good episode. I'm going to take some time to kind of digest this. Sorry I'm not talking as much, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in Fate's Stay Night. Now I really can't wait to get back into this to find out what happens next.
Jesus Christ, Umineko is so freaking good!